Well, how's it going?
Oh, it's going.
It's going, sir.
So we thought we'd start a podcast.
For the hell of it, I guess.
Yeah, just for the hell of it. We're not going to do anything serious. Probably no editing throughout this whole entire video.
Probably not.
Well,
that requires effort.
It does require effort, so we'll just let it roll.
Not pull that off with this equipment.
So I guess a topic that I thought we could both talk on.
All right.
Was car manufacturer mistakes in like the last 30 years. So like, not like common things like, oh, they should have made a S10 wagon, like something like that actually probably hurt the company. I think looking back on it now, they probably could have done something different, make it a little better.
I got you. Okay, yeah.
So I think I'll roll it off.
Okay, go ahead.
This one's actually fairly recent.
Oh boy.
I think Dodge killing the Challenger and the Charger, and then just going full blast for that EV Challenger. That was a pretty risky move. And I don't think it'll pay out.
Nah, I think that they screwed up because they completely changed the vehicle away from what their target audience wants.
Yeah.
Like, it was a very popular vehicle. People wanted a muscle car, a modern muscle car, and honestly, the Challenger is like the most, about it and the Mustang are like the most stereotypical muscle cars you can think of.
Yeah, exactly.
So everybody that was buying a Challenger and everyone that was buying a Charger was just wanting a four-door Challenger, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you take all of those customers, well, what do they like? Well, they like big V8s, rear-wheel drive. They like the rumble. It's a muscle car. You want rumbly V8s. You want, high acceleration at the drag strip.
Yeah.
It's a boat. That's fine. They don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. But are we allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Anyway, they're... No, you take those same target audience, and then you're like, okay, but what if we just didn't listen to what you're saying?
Exactly.
What if we just took everything that you like out of the car?
Out of the car.
And try and make y'all into a EV customer.
Exactly. And then they were like, we already know it's a heavy car, but what if we made it heavier?
What if we took all of the weight and put it right in the middle?
Yeah. And I also think, just Dodge as a company,
God, Chrysler as a company.
Yeah, Chrysler. The only way that I could see that they were making money before this was their Challenger and Charger. Those were actually selling pretty well. You could see see new versions of those cars on the road, I would say, pretty commonly.
Mm-hmm.
In their lineup, they have the Hornet, which I have yet to see.
That's canceled, by the way.
Oh, okay.
They've already discontinued that.
Okay, well, I haven't seen one in person yet, so that makes sense.
There you go. Yeah. You know where I have seen one?
Where?
Genuinely, Google Maps.
Okay.
I was looking up a location for a business, and I saw a Hornet, and that's the first and only time I've seen a Dodge Hornet was on Google Maps.
Google Maps of all places.
That's it.
That's it. All right. Well, I still haven't seen a Hornet. Challenger, Charger, canceled, and then they brought it back with the Challenger EV, which I have seen a couple of those.
Charger. Technically, it is the Charger.
Okay, the Charger EV.
But it looks
two doors.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen a couple. Mm-hmm. I've seen a couple. And then they don't have the Dodge Caravan anymore.
Which was their best seller.
Yeah, which was also a really good seller.
Yeah.
Chrysler still has Pacifica.
Which, for not much longer.
If we think about that, also, that's the only car that Chrysler sells. If you go on the website.
It is. That's it. They don't sell the 300 anymore.
No, it's just the Pacifica.
Yeah.
Which is also a dying version of a car. Only minivans are the Pacifica, the Toyota...
the Sienna,
and then the Honda Odyssey. And it's not like those things aren't selling, but
there is the new Kia. I don't know if it's still called the Carnival, but it was the new Kia SUV minivan.
Yeah, I guess.
Whoopee!
Yeah,
don't get too excited now.
Yeah, I guess that was there.
Yeah, it's easy to forget.
But most people are buying the SUV or a bigger SUV.
They just
the Toyota 4Runner
or
the Sequoia. So So Chrysler and Dodge, they're not doing so well right now. Is what I'm saying.
I got a really good friend that works at a Chrysler dealership, and really all that they subside on is Ram pickups and Jeeps.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all they've got.
Yeah, and those two brands are doing well. I would say Ram and Jeep. They're selling what they're made to sell. Big trucks and Jeeps, like, and they haven't
Yeah.
changed, and they do well because they haven't changed.
Yeah, that's well, and they're trying to diversify their portfolio with some more, like Jeep's trying to get more back into the luxury segment, which they've always kind of
Yeah,
been
the Grand
in, but
Wagoneer's out
they're
now.
really getting into
Yeah,
it now,
yeah.
and then Dodge is of course following all of the other major truck manufacturers where they got to build a luxury truck. It can't be a regular work truck; it's got to be a luxury truck.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So they're all kind of going that direction of more expensive, and we see you see that a lot with a lot of GM too. It's the same thing GM went through, where they've kind of priced themselves out of the lower budget market, and so they've just gone all in and just said screw it.
Yeah.
A lot of car companies have just said screw it to the low budget market.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, look at Hyundai. Hyundai, that was their bread and butter.
Yep, and now they're making pretty expensive cars, and then, but to be fair for Hyundai, they have their partner company Genesis, which is doing really well. I would say it's not parallel with Lexus yet, but they're really close.
No, they're doing great.
Like
and I
10
see a
years
ton of
ago,
them.
10 years ago that wasn't even like a competition.
No.
Now I could sit in both, and it'd be hard for me to tell the difference between, just because like the materials they're using and stuff are pretty high now.
Yeah, they've taken the notes out of what Lexus used to be back in the day, which is they had to fight to stay relevant in a sea of German manufacturers.
Yes,
Lexus
exactly.
had to try their butt off
Yep.
to really make an impression on the market, and Genesis has done that, and they've done it well.
Yeah.
because they are a lot like, they remind me a lot of what Lexus used to be.
Oh, yeah, of
which
course.
is good luxury done by a company you wouldn't expect. But
still good.
Still good and
Yeah.
decently affordable, not overpriced.
Yeah. I mean,
They're starting to lean to the overpriced
Yes,
now, but
yes.
when it started, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
I mean, they have to make money, which I understand as a luxury company. Like,
Yeah.
people are going to pay a little more for a luxury car, but they're not, screwing everybody over now. Where like a lot of the Mercedes and BMWs
and Lexus now.
and Lexus now, yeah, they're pretty pricey.
Yeah, you can't go in and get you used to be able to get like a Lexus ES250.
Yeah.
An entry level luxury car that was kind of on par with, say, like a Buick or something to that effect, but it was still a Lexus, and it
Yeah.
was still
Yeah.
a nice vehicle, and you could get one of those for not a whole lot more than a Toyota Camry. I mean, it is a Camry, but it's redone by Lexus,
Yes,
so it's
it's
nice.
a little nicer, yeah.
But you can't even hardly do that stuff anymore. I mean, I think that I haven't looked on their website in a long time, but I'm sure the cheapest thing they've got on there is probably still $40,000.
Oh, easy.
That's just me. That's my 10-year knowledge back.
Do they still make the IS250 brand new?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, I think if they did, that'd probably be their cheapest car. And the IS250 is based on the Corolla, I believe. So it'd probably be pretty close to that 40 then.
Yeah.
Maybe like 35. If they still made the IS250. They probably don't anymore.
My knowledge of Lexus pretty much died at about 2004.
Yeah.
That's about as far as I know. The SC430 is about the newest Lexus that I can rattle off.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
That's kind of whenever all the Lexuses before that, I'm pretty familiar with their lineup. But after that, it just got confusing to me when they stopped making the numbers in the name line up with the actual displacement of the engine. That really threw me off. But,
which I will say, BMW, and I think Mercedes also. I don't know much about Mercedes, but BMW does that really well, and I love that.
Yeah,
Where
you
can
know
tell-
exactly what it is.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell where the first number, how big the car is, basically. So like the 1 versus the 8. The 8 is going to be bigger than the 1. And then usually, I wouldn't say all of them, but I would say 90% of the cars for BMW at least, that's the size of the engine. So if you have a 335, it's a 3 Series with the 3.5 liter engine, which is does two things. It's easier to tell when you're buying a car what car you're getting. And then also, if you're the type of person, which, let's be honest, most BMW people are, when they buy the car, they want to show off. So if they get the 7 Series with the 5 liter V8, everyone knows. Everyone knows that has a BMW is oh, they're bald. They got the 5 liter, V8 with their 7 Series.
Yes, I overpaid for this bad boy.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody look at me.
Yeah. Especially if you get the 760, because that has the 6 liter, which is the V12.
Oh.
Yeah. It has V12 on the side. They just marketed it well.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why they're starting to go away with that. But
I'm not one to talk to about luxury car brands because I am not a luxury car guy.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking like old Cadillacs or Lincolns, or back when they rode they were on a cloud.
Yeah.
See, that's luxury to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care if it was built in the 70s and the interior is incredibly dated, sure, but it rode well. I mean, to me, and this is a hot take that some people will definitely roast me for, and that's fine. You go ahead. I would consider the Buick Park Avenue to be a better luxury car than most Lexuses and like Mercedes-Benz and BMWs I've driven. And I've driven a lot of those cars. I used to work as a used car tech. I drove a lot of them. And I have never ridden in a vehicle more comfortable than like a '03 Park Avenue with a bench cloth seat.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like it's not that comfortable, but it really is. Those who know. The people who have driven those cars, they know.
Yeah. I mean, and they keep them. Like, it's hard to find a good one.
Yeah, because, I mean, yeah, it's the old man car, but there's a reason all the old men bought it. It's because with their arthritis soaked back, it was the only thing they could ride in that didn't hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
But, I mean, you get in a car that, to me, with a luxury car, I expect the ride quality to match
To be
price
number one.
tag.
I mean,
that
should be the number one thing.
That's the number one thing. You know, everyone wants nice seats and leather and stuff. I expect that stuff too. If you're going to spend that kind of money, you obviously expect that. But like,
the number one thing on the list should be
ride quality.
Ride quality.
And so I don't like. Again, another hot take from me, but I'm not meaning to make this a whole hot take show. But like, I just don't like whenever luxury cars are more sport oriented. I think that. I get that there's people, and I get that there's a market for that. I totally get it. But, like, if you should buy, like, if you're buying an F Sport Lexus, then yes, it should ride like a sports car because it's an F Sport. You're buying a sports luxury car.
But they shouldn't have an F Sport package on the LS460 or the LS500 because they're literally luxury cars. Like,
the whole point of those
you're not taking those around track.
No.
Let's be honest. If any of you have an LS460 or LS500 that drive around the track, sell it. Like, I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what, I mean, props to you for pushing a car never meant to be there to its max, but like, to me, I'm sorry, that's not what that car is made for, and I'm tired of all these manufacturers making like even their like entry-level or mid-level cars that are really just supposed to be a luxury car for somebody who's made it and wants a nice car, riding like a C6 Corvette.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that makes no sense to me. Because I'm like, it has these really nice seats, and wow, they massage, and they heat, and they cool, and it's got like a nice little ice chest next to me, but it rides like I'm in an
Chevy
O2
Tahoe.
Camaro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the O2 probably rides better than that. But anyway, it rides not great. And it's like you feel every single bump. Every time you hit like a pothole in the road, it jars you out of your seat because it's sport-tuned suspension.
Yeah.
I'm of the old school, man. I think if you buy in a luxury car, it should be like an old Cadillac boat.
Yeah.
I mean, big, heavy, and it floats.
Yeah.
It's got the soft suspension. You can have all your nice, fancy electronic gizmos and stuff that, you know, control the ride and whatnot. But, like, that's fine, but it needs to ride soft.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, to me, if I'm going on a long-distance trip and I'm going down... Anyone who's been on I-35 knows that is not a smooth surface. If you're in Texas or Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But if I'm going down to Dallas and I'm going to take a 3.5-hour trip down there, I'm going to want something that by the end of it, I don't feel like my butt is like losing circulation because it's been slammed up and down in a really stiff, sure it's leather, but a really stiff bucket seat.
Yeah.
I mean, I was more comfortable riding on an old bench in a Ford truck that at least had some give.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but it's just ride quality needs to be more prioritized. And I think that's, if you're circling back to the original subject, I think that's a mark that a lot of newer luxury cars have missed.
Yeah.
I think they're too busy trying for Nürburgring times.
Yep.
And not busy enough like actually driving them on real streets where the roads aren't nice.
Exactly.
But,
I definitely think that is a huge problem with almost all of the luxury cars. I mean, I feel like Mercedes is staying true to that. They do have their AMG line, but that's a different, it's a different market. The people that are buying the AMGs are wanting an AMG. Like they're not wanting a normal Mercedes.
Yeah.
And so they understand it when they buy that car. BMWs they don't really separate them as well as Mercedes, I believe. When you ride in a normal Mercedes and an AMG, you can definitely feel a difference. A BMW and an M, it's maybe a little tighter, but even like this factory BMW, it's a little tight. It's not as, like you said, it's a little more on the sporty side. So yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. You think there's any other like just like in a specific case almost where like a automotive brand has made a mistake?
Well, we kind of touched on it earlier, but the whole taking pickup trucks and making them luxury cars, I hate that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that there's a market. There's always been a market for higher end trucks with nicer interiors.
Yeah.
You know, you got your cowboy Cadillacs back in the 70s. You have your big dually package. You got the big dually ranch hand trucks that are well, I shouldn't say ranch hand. I guess really they're made basically for equestrian people who are hauling horses.
To
and from shows.
They're actually like used for work.
Yes, but they want them to be nice because they're driving them all the way. I get it.
The King
I
Ranch.
get it.
Like
the King Ranch and stuff. I get it.
Yeah.
But like targeting your whole truck market around that demographic, you've completely isolated your working people out of it. Like I've heard so many people say that they've got like, I'll give you an example. Like my uncle, he used to own a pool business, and he needed to buy new trucks for his pool business. Well, he wasn't a big business. He's not a big corporation. It's a guy. He's got two guys that work underneath him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want him riding around and, they don't want him breaking down. So they wanted something newer. So he looked through the whole like market of mid-size and full-size trucks. And he could not find one that, like, he could not find one that would work for his business because they were either too expensive or they were just they're not work trucks. They're like they had too much going on. Like he's a working guy. He likes an AM FM radio. His guys can have an AM FM radio. They don't need a touch screen with Apple CarPlay. They don't need all that.
And on that subject, while you're talking about that, I know when the Ford Ranger came out, the newer Ford Ranger, that thing is selling like a lot because of that. Because people don't want an expensive truck. They just want something that gets to, point A to point B. It's a truck still, though. They can put stuff on. It's not a big truck. I mean, you're not towing like, an RV.
Well, I would still go as far to say it's a full-size truck.
It is a full-size truck,
because let's be 100% clear here. Every mid-size truck sold on the market right now is a full-size truck. I mean, that's just the facts. Line one of those up with a full-size truck from 20 years ago, it's bigger than every one of them.
Yep, it is.
My dad had a 2000 model F-150 extended cab. That's a full-size truck. 2000 model. We parked it. He has now a 2018 Colorado. Of course, it has to be a crew cab because you can't buy anything else. They only sell crew cabs. But you line them up, that thing towers over that 2000.
And the Colorado is the smaller truck.
Yeah, that's the small one. All they've done is made the interior smaller. The truck itself is just the same size. You've just made the interior less spacious and called it a mid-size. A mid-size. They haven't made a mid-size since the original Dakota. That was that's pretty much the first and only mid-size truck I think there's ever been. And then I guess the Frontiers and the Tacomas were mid-size. But new Tacomas, new Frontiers, new everything, full-size truck. They can call it what they want.
No, I agree.
But anyway, I don't remember what we were going on.
I think we were talking about how truck is too expensive.
Yeah, they're just too expensive.
And they're going towards luxury too.
I got excited whenever Ford came out with the Maverick because and Hyundai with the Santa Cruz. Because I was like, okay, we're finally getting a return to genuine like small trucks. And it is. We did the measurements. It is the. I know I'm all about measurements here. I don't seem to be, but it just to me. You're talking about size. You got to use measurements. It is a true mini. The Maverick's a true mini truck because we lined it up side by side with a 2003 extended cab S10.
Okay.
And the extended cab was bigger.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this is a crew cab.
Yeah.
Sure, it has a tiny bed that I don't really know what you could do with, but it's got there.
Uh-huh.
If they made that into an extended cab,
Yeah.
it would be like flying off the shelves. I really think so.
I agree.
I mean, they're just, and you made it cheap. Obviously, you have to make it.
You have to make it to where it's reasonable.
Reasonable, which I know that's the big
That's the
bad
hard
word. No one wants to hear cheap. Now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cheap. That's scary.
Yeah, I want to pay 80 grand for a truck.
Yeah.
So tell people I paid 80 grand for a truck.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is now. I think. Like
It's a different culture than
is.
when we grew up.
yeah, I feel like
And we're not that old, but when even the early 2000s, in the late 90s, buying a truck was a totally different.
yeah, you bought a truck because you wanted to use a truck.
Yes.
You didn't buy a truck
To
because
look like you used a truck.
Yeah, to look like you used a truck. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of like a status thing, which is weird. Like 10 years ago, or like maybe a little later than that, 15 years ago, no way that someone would be buying like a GMC Denali over like a 7 Series BMW.
No, the only people that bought Denali's back then were people that were like contractors.
Yeah.
You needed a truck for work,
Yeah.
but you wanted a nice one.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That's what those trucks were for.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, now you got guys that are buying a truck to like, I don't know, to feel better about themselves. I don't know, but like, the market is totally different, is what it boils down to. And of course, the manufacturers, I don't like it, but I can't blame them because they have to do what's going to sell.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, every day,
Yeah.
people buy these trucks every day. And it is insane to me. I thought for sure that like it would taper off when the economy gets worse, or it taper off when gas prices go up. No, they don't care.
Yeah.
They just keep buying them. They got to buy them every year.
Yeah.
And you got your Yukons, you got your I'm not even going to get started on the Duramax diesel, the 3-liter Duramax diesel. That's for another day. I don't want to rant too much on this podcast, but anyway, that's luxury. Okay, whatever, fine. But the trucks, that's supposed to it's supposed to be a work vehicle.
Yeah.
And everything they've done has like steered them away from being more of a work vehicle.
Yeah.
With the tagline that they're trying to push that it is a work vehicle, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, take, for instance, the new multi-pro tailgates on the GMCs. Well, that's not new. I guess they came out with that in 2019, but new. Anyway, so they were like, yeah, we got multi-pro tailgate. You can haul lumber.
Yeah.
We know you like hauling lumber.
Oh, yeah, all lumber.
And mulch. You can fold this down and fold it up. Yeah. It's a little extended tailgate.
Yeah.
A little small tailgate so you can hold your big sheet of plywood in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then at the same breath, they've made the truck bed the same height as my shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm 6'3", and the truck bed comes up to my shoulders. If you're not over 6 foot, you can't just easily throw something into the bed of that truck.
No.
You go out and you look at like an old mini truck, like a hard body, or even a full size, like you go out and look like a 90s OBS Chevy. That is comfortably, you don't have to be tall. A 5'6" person could comfortably put something in the bed of that truck.
Yeah.
Easily.
For sure.
And now you would have to climb up on the wheel to see what you're throwing in there.
Yeah, and some of these trucks actually have like that mini step on that tailgate.
They have to. And
so
on
you
the
can get
sides.
it. Yeah,
We've got
on the
step sides again. We brought back step sides just because you have to climb up the side of your fucking monument to man's hubris to get in the side of this thing.
Yeah, yeah. It is.
Don't worry, we got LED lights in there so you can see your cargo.
Yeah. And then I think the weirdest part about this is we've tried this multiple times and it didn't work. So I don't know where all of a sudden it started working. So like, for instance, the Lincoln Blackwood.
Oh, yeah.
When that truck came out, Lincoln was just, they were like, oh, this is going to be a market.
Yep.
This is going to be a market, luxury trucks. So they had this truck with carpet in the back. And like an electric folding tonneau cup. Like it was just like, it was a luxury truck. Did it sell? Absolutely not. It did not sell.
It's too far ahead of its time.
I guess so.
Because now that's what everybody does with their new trucks.
I guess so. And then I think there was, I think Ford tried it later. I forgot what Ford did.
No, it was still Mercury, or no, Lincoln. It was the Mark LT.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
It was the later F-150 that was like
That one I understand though.
That one was
that one's still
towards-
an F-150, and then they just kind of made it a little nicer.
Yeah,
which
that
I can
one-
understand that.
That one actually did sell too.
Yeah, yeah.
But the Blackwood was a purpose-built
Yeah.
luxury truck,
Yeah,
and it
that,
flopped.
that was for the person that just wanted to be seen in a truck. You did not know how to put anything in the back, but you had a truck.
Well, you just wanted a coupe with a really big trunk.
Yeah, yeah. It could have been front-wheel drive, and they wouldn't have
They
known.
wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it was like some sort of weird Ford all-wheel drive system. I'm sure. I'd have to look into that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know where the Lincoln Blackwood ended to where the luxury trucks started, like where they started to take off.
well, you can look right there at the Lincoln the Lincoln Mark LT.
Yeah.
I mean, right after that next generation, people, I guess, whenever they stopped making them more purpose-built luxury cars, and
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, we'll just luxury-fy a truck."
Yeah.
That's whenever people were like, "Okay, that's acceptable.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. It still looks enough like a
So
truck."
what you're saying is, as soon as Lincoln gave up, they were like, "Okay, now we'll buy some luxury trucks."
Yes, yes. No, I mean honestly, it sounds bad, but they were just too far ahead of this too far ahead of this market.
Yeah.
If you came out with the Blackwood today,
Yeah.
you would have a pre-order list the size of Santa's
100%.
bad list.
And to say that, Lincoln's going to try again.
Are they really?
On a little bit of a different topic, though. Ford made the Bronco.
Yeah,
Lincoln is about to come out with their own version of the Bronco.
I have not heard about this.
Yes, so it's going to basically look
That's
exactly
a
like
terrible idea.
it's going to look exactly like the Bronco, but they're going to luxury it. So I think they're trying to go against the G-Wagon and like maybe
The Grand Wagoneer. and
stuff like that. I guess.
Because the whole thing with the Bronco was supposed to be a Jeep Wrangler fighter,
Yes.
and it did that.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, and
I
they're
mean,
selling pretty well. I would
it-
say Ford did
It
a very
sold
good job
well.
with
A
that.
lot of people have driving them.
Yeah.
They apparently have a pretty. I have not actually got to drive one of the full size Broncos. I've driven the Sport.
Yeah.
Which is just a crossover. It's no relation. But the full size Bronco I've been told is fairly anemic.
Yeah.
Which makes it perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's how the Jeeps are too.
Yeah.
They're still
Yeah.
rocking the same 3.6 liter Pentastar. They've changed the name, but
Yeah.
it's still a 3.6 Pentastar from 2005.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it still has the same oil cooler issue.
Well, the Bronco also has the Raptor now too. I think that was out last year, if I believe. Maybe about
I think
6
I've
months
seen
ago.
those.
Yeah,
I think I've
so
seen a few of
You
them.
could get a Bronco Raptor now, which is,
Whoopee.
I guess.
I mean, yeah, I guess I shouldn't say whoopee. It is actually kind of a cool idea.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah. And for the
once
people that are
again-
going to buy it, actually want that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be like, it's not their only vehicle, which is good. Like if they only had the Bronco Raptor and not the Bronco anymore, then that'd be stupid.
Yeah.
But the people that are going to buy the Bronco Raptor are the people that.
Want a Bronco Raptor.
Yeah, exactly. Never going to take it off road.
No,
Absolutely
well,
not.
I mean, that's what bothers me the most about those things, because they are the genuine, honest to God, when the Raptors first came out, what was that, 11? When they first came out.
No one bought them. Absolutely no one bought them.
Well, they couldn't afford them at first because
Yeah.
they didn't want to spend $60,000 on
Oh,
a
yeah.
Ford F-150
Yeah.
with suspension.
Now it's like you have to have a Raptor.
Well,
If
yeah,
you-
that's
if-
like the base model now.
Yeah.
But like, no, I was genuinely impressed by the performance of the original Raptor. I mean, they took
Yeah.
that thing pretty much unmodified
Yeah.
out to, I believe, Baja 1000,
Yeah.
and they raced it in, I want to say Class 7, and I could be dead wrong on that, but they raced it in a class
Yeah.
almost dead stock. It finished.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound like much, but if those who know,
Yeah.
just
That's a race.
finishing
That's a
the
race.
Baja 1000
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
a achievement.
Oh, yeah.
And to do so in a completely showroom stock vehicle, stock, I mean, it is
Yeah.
technically modified by the factory, but
Yeah.
it's something any Joe Schmo can go buy. That's really impressive.
Yeah.
And so when they came out with that, I was genuinely like, I actually really liked them. I wanted one. Everybody wanted one, but
Yeah.
I wanted them just because of that pedigree that they had beat the Baja. They had tackled the Baja 1000, 1,000 miles of the worst terrain on the
Yeah.
earth,
Yep.
and you've tackled it in a dead stock truck.
Yep.
And I can go with
you
my
can buy
money
it.
and go buy that truck.
Exactly.
Same truck.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
all I'd
think
have to
that
do
is
is
that is the cool part about it.
yeah, all I have to do is put a fire extinguisher in it and
Yeah.
or maybe a roll cage, and I've got the same truck they had.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, the new Raptors are less. I think they've kind of shied away from that core audience of hardcore off-roaders
Yeah.
more to the general public and made
Yeah.
concessions accordingly. Like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll put the twin-turbo V6 in it.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to do that in a off-road truck. I
Yeah.
mean, you can,
Yeah.
but you have to prep one for that.
Mm-hmm.
Your average schmuck is not going to want to take that off-road because turbos are really susceptible to foreign object damage from dust.
Yeah.
Which there's a lot of dust off-road.
Yeah.
So you want a big hardy. I mean, I would think you'd want a big hardy V8,
Yeah.
which is what they started out with, a 6.2.
Exactly. And it, like you said, it did exactly what it was supposed to do, and it did very well, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Let's not gloss over the fact that some of this was market decisions to change these vehicles that we've talked about today.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this was government decisions.
Yeah.
Because of increasing regulation.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get too into politics here, but there was a. You can look this up online. We may find a link and send it in, but there was a video a while back talking about how they had to base the economy, the average cafe corporate economy of your vehicle was based off of the wheelbase or the footprint of the vehicle, which is the width and length of the wheelbase. And the larger your wheelbase is, the worse fuel economy you could have. The smaller it got, the better it had to be, and to the point where it was astronomical. It was completely unachievable. I mean, it may be achievable, but not with our current not with how we're building engines right now.
Yeah.
But like they were having, like I did you could go on the EPA's website and you could actually see like the formula that they used, and then a chart that was proposed. This is what the automakers have to comply by. At that time, I think this was in 2023. So it was like by 2024, this is what they have to comply by. And that I put in my Geo Metro.
Yeah.
I put in the wheelbase.
Yeah.
For it to be sold nowadays,
Yeah.
that car has to get like 150 miles per gallon average.
It's pretty close. It is pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah. 39, 41, 150, it's the same.
Yeah.
So that's why the whole video was titled, "Why Did Mini Trucks Go Away?"
Yeah.
And that was part of the reason for it, is like the smaller you make a truck, the better gas mileage it has to get.
Yeah.
That's why when they came out with the Maverick, the base model Maverick is a hybrid.
Yeah.
Now you can pay extra and get a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, no hybrid, all-wheel drive. You can pay extra for that, but that is not the base model. The base model is a front-wheel drive hybrid, and they base it usually off of the base model, or at least F an average.
Yeah.
And the 2-liter got good enough gas mileage, it was able to keep the average high.
Yeah.
But that's the only way that, and it barely made the requirements. And that's the only way that they were able to keep a actual genuine mini truck was with, you have to make it a hybrid.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard rumors that has changed.
Yeah.
That
I mean, it probably has. I mean, these sound like insane.
Do what?
They sound like insane, like standards to me.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so they have to.
I've heard that recently that the administration has actually repealed that and has gone away from that. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't gotten to research that in depth enough. If that's true, then that's great. That means that opens the door for smaller gasoline-powered vehicles. I forgot to mention, you could circumvent all of that by being an EV.
Yeah.
They didn't have to comply by that.
Yeah, that makes
it didn't
sense.
matter what kind of range you got.
They're already trying to push EVs the whole time, so that makes sense.
So that you could circumvent all that by just changing it out through an EV. So, so that's why you saw like the Slate truck coming from that manufacturer. That was an EV. The Alpha brand of vehicles.
And the Slate truck, I will say, I don't know the exact dimensions, but it looked like a true mini truck.
It was. I've seen one picture of one.
Yeah.
But it was like measured out, and it's a true mini truck.
And I like how you can customize that too.
Yeah.
Like everything about it was like you could get roll-up windows if you wanted.
Yeah.
And that's
as
cool.
you should.
Yeah.
Now, if you just did that same thing with a 4-cylinder gas engine, I mean,
Yep.
then you have the perfect new modern mini truck for
Yep.
people. It's a canvas. That's
Yeah.
what it should be.
Yeah.
You know, you should be able to do whatever you need to do with it. That's what a mini truck should be.
Yep.
But and that's why I like Alpha.
Yeah.
That brand. It's in California. I don't know if they're really taking off or not. But they had a truck called the Wolf.
Yeah.
Ooh, Alpha Wolf.
Yeah.
But like, no, it was a true, honest to God mini truck, and it looked like one. I mean, the Slate kind of looks more utilitarian. This one looks like an actual modern mini truck.
Yeah.
It's kind of smooth, kind of square. It's a single cab. You can get a crew cab, you can get a king cab or an extended cab. You can get whatever you want.
Yeah.
They even have one that had a roll bar in the back with lights already on it and a front brush guard ready to go off road.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so that's the one EV that I've actually been kind of excited about.
Yeah.
I don't see them anywhere. I don't see them moving, so
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still around, but I also like that they were on an actual frame.
Yep.
So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So in theory, if the EV equipment dies,
Yeah.
which I'm sure it will in 10 years,
Just put an engine in it.
then you can put a gasoline engine in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you just weld in some motor mounts and run an ECU or run carburetors if you want. I mean, whatever you want to do, and there you go.
Yep.
You get to keep the vehicle. It's
Yep.
no longer a piece of e-waste.
Yes, exactly.
You can keep using it.
Uh-huh.
I hate that. I hate that these vehicles are so like e-waste.
Yeah.
Basically, they're like, okay, well, you know, you're gonna drive this car for 10 years, and then
Yeah.
when the battery's dead, you want to spend the 12 grand or
Yeah,
15
get new
grand
batteries,
to buy a new battery?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to spend that money? Okay, well, you're screwed.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it? It's just going to sit
Yeah.
in a junkyard somewhere.
Yep.
Anyway, that's a different story.
Yeah. Well, I think we probably have enough information in this our first little podcast here.
Sure.
Yeah.
I had a great time. This
Yeah.
is fun.
Yeah, this is fun. I think we'll probably start doing this. We're not going to do it to a schedule. I don't think we're going to be like every Monday, 7 p.m. We're just going to, film when we can and then post it when we're done.
Whatever we want to do.
Yeah. So.
It's just whatever. He's just watching a couple guys ramble.
Yep. I mean, that's all it's going to be. So, nice talking.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll
Take it easy.
talk next time.